morning and welcome back to the Breakfast Show. Yes, we are just about to introduce our next guest for this morning. And 12 years running, the Raptor Watch Week is back. And of course, we're talking about the migrations of these raptors from, of course, the east back to the west. And, luckily for us, they make Malaysia as a pit stop.
Exactly, and that's why we have here on the show two representatives from the Malaysian Nature Society. We've got Ng Bee Ching and Eleanor Koshi, who will be talking to us about this spectacular event that happens here. Now, I'm sure not many Malaysians know. Unfortunately, it's very sad that we don't know this, but a lot of people don't know how popular a destination Malaysia is for migratory birds. Now, last year, so we were just talking about this, about 73,000 raptors came in. No, is this the past years or just last year?
Last year alone? Yes, last year alone. We did a count of over 43 days, about 43 days, and that's the amount that we counted.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, when we're talking about raptors, it's a type of bird, of course, and maybe not people young with talons. Anyway, I'll let you guys explain. Could you explain?
I'll have something to share with y'all later on.
Off air.
Yes, off air. But okay, take us through a little bit about the migration process.
Yeah.
When do they go, and what the process of going back?
Yeah. Where are they from?
Yeah.
Where are they going?
Where are they going?
Well, they start migrating from the northern hemisphere. So you'll be countries like Siberia, China, Russia, Mongolia, Japan, Korea. And so at the start of September, they start migrating down to the south.
Because of winter.
Because of winter, yeah. So it's from their breeding grounds to the non-breeding grounds. And the reason they do that is basically because of food.
Right.
Because during the winter months, food is scarce.
Now, actually, Malaysia is a transit spot, so where are they heading to?
Yeah.
Okay, they usually will come down the coastline and they come down to Malaysia.
Okay.
And then from there, they cross over to Sumatra.
Right.
And they will disperse from there to all the different islands. And some of them also end up in Borneo, like East Malaysia, and some go as far as Australia.
So this process, are they going home, or are they actually migrating to a warmer climate in the south now?
Now in this period, they're actually going back home.
They're going back home.
Yeah.
Okay.
As the winter period is ending.
Yeah.
Now, of course, my question just said when I said, what exactly are raptor birds?
Yeah.
Now, what are raptors? What are we talking about?
Raptors are birds of prey. Like hawks, eagles, vultures, owls are also raptors. And it's a very diverse group. You've got raptors that are as small as 6 inches.
Oh, wow.
To raptors that are about 50 inches.
And the raptors that are coming through Malaysia, what types are they?
Yeah.
You got the Oriental honey buzzard, which is the most numerous.
Right.
They make out the biggest number.
Okay. What's the rarest one to see? Like, it would be a treat for us when we saw it.
That would be the big eagles, like
the big eagles,
greater spotted eagle, the steppe eagles, the imperial eagles. Those are.
But I thought they fly alone. Do they fly alone, or do they fly in like a flock as well?
They pretty much fly alone, but it's just that the timing is such that they all come through about the same time.
Right.
So it's like a rush to go back.
The great migration.
Breeding, yeah.
It's like our festive season on our highways, where everyone's like rushing back home.
Now tell us, for 12 years already, M&S has been organising and supporting the Raptor Watch.
Yes.
Now tell us a little bit about that. When is it? What usually happens during the Raptor Watch week?
Well, essentially, Raptor Watch is just a celebration of this natural phenomenon.
Right.
We've been having it over 12 years. Initially, it was just, just a small group of people just going to Tanjung Tuan and roughing it out there. And just looking at the birds and things like that. And now it has evolved to become a very important ecotourism event. In fact, it is the most important ecotourism event in this country. And well, Raptor Watch, it's a carnival. The main reason why we hold Raptor Watch, besides the conservation aspect and trying to, do research and to do a raptor count and to promote the forest and to ensure that the forest is protected, it's also a celebration. We want to raise awareness. We want people to come. We want people to enjoy the birds. You know, we want families to come, you know, children to come, because Raptor Watch is a great way to actually introduce nature in a very, very fun way. You know, not many people, like the usual man in the street, we don't want to throw you in the forest and expect you to just love the forest. Right. Right.
Hug a tree. That's what I do.
Exactly. So Raptor Watch is great in the sense that, you know, we take you up on forest treks. We take you on a mangrove walk. We take you on a beach walk.
So it's not just bird watching itself.
It is not bird watching. It's a combination of a lot of things, because Tanjung Tuan is not. Well, it's definitely about the raptors that come. It's something that occurs nowhere else. But it's also about the forest as well. It's the ecology that's there. We want that ecology to be preserved. So
that the birds will keep coming.
Exactly. I mean, they use us as like a plus highway. They take a break and then they continue the journey. Exactly.
When will we be experiencing that? I don't know.
Oh man, I wish.
Now, of course, since you started about 12 years ago, this is a group of enthusiasts with binoculars, until today, you know, how's the response been?
Oh, it's been amazing actually. Right now, I mean, judging from last year's event, we had about 800 to 1,000 people coming over, consisting of school children, consisting of corporates, just about everyone and anyone. The thing about Raptor Watch and the beauty about Raptor Watch is we have something for everyone. It's a great way to introduce nature if you have not been introduced to Mother Nature already. And it's a great way to just come and just have a picnic, you know, just bring a picnic basket and...
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Lie on your back and...
Now, Bi-Ching, I just want to ask, you know, 12 years running, what kind of changes have you seen? Are you seeing like less birds migrating, or, you know, what kind of changes are we looking at, and what are the things we should take note, you know?
Well, it has been noted that since 1960, the numbers of birds have declined. So that is an indication of habitat loss and, you know, contaminants in the environment and things like that. So, yeah, one is to just be aware and to do our part, our small part in helping to protect the natural environment. You know, being willing to give up some of our land for natural habitat of the animals, to let them have that space, you know. And in our daily life, just to be more green conscious, not to contaminate our waters and you know, the general environment, you know, being green, in other words, you know, less plastics and things like that. So all that will help. I mean, in our own individual lives, small things do help. You know? You know, don't burn in the open, for instance.
I still can't comprehend why some people still do it. You know, we're not living in the 30s or 40s or even the 50s.
I know. It still happens in the area I live at. Now, okay, people might say, oh, but there's still like 73,000 raptors that come through. I mean, do we have any species that come through that are actually on the endangered list?
Let me see. I think the Oriental honey buzzard, you know, there's a lot of them in this area of the world. But you know, they are all endangered in the sense that every you know, the natural habitat. For instance, in Malaysia, the biggest threat is actually loss of habitat.
Because if they have no place to go and to stay, to sustain their
do they look for a certain type of tree, or you know, or do they get a certain type of tree? Because you see people say that, okay, let's just say if we lose our trees to some oil palm plantation, but those are trees too, can't they rest there? You know.
Well, you see, oil palm plantations are what we call monotype places. They're not diverse. They're not diverse. So that means it doesn't support balanced life. It doesn't have.
It's not an ecosystem, basically.
Yeah, it doesn't have the food that the birds need, because it is only one type of tree. Therefore, it does not support the various types of you know, insects and small mammals that
It's probably just as good as putting up plastic Christmas trees up there.
Yeah, in a way.
It will have the same effect for the birds because it just doesn't create a habitat, isn't
because
it?
as we learn in school, the environment needs to have a balance. And raptors are pretty much at the top of the food chain in terms of different food chains. They are one of the top. And they are actually very good key indicators of the health and environment.
Okay. So if they're like hawks or even eagles around, then that means that habitat is pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, because then the whole system is working. Okay, tell us where exactly in Port Dickson is this taking place in Tanjung Tuan?
Yeah, it's actually at Tanjung Tuan, right next to the forest reserve. We hold it at this resort called PNB Ilham Resort. Make your way there March 13 and March 12 and 13.
Okay, 2 days.
Yes, it's a 2-day event. Yes, so we have a lot of activities lined up for those of you who want to come and have a great time.
Right.
We have games and we have this thing called the Raptor Watch Amazing Race.
Oh, tell us a bit about that.
Yes, well, actually, it's somewhat similar to the Amazing Race concept. You get to go through a number of obstacles and take part in some quizzes and some roadblocks, so to speak. But of course, it's all nature-oriented, of course, so you need to brush up on your nature knowledge. And it takes you around the Tanjung Tuan Forest Reserve and its surrounding areas. So it's going to be pretty fun. So that takes place on a Sunday.
And you know what? I think good news for all the audience. I'm sure they'll be happy to notice the admission is free.
Oh yes, it is.
Admission is free.
Totally free.
Yay!
There you go. So now, how many people are you expecting over the next 2 days?
We are expecting more than last year because
and how many did you have last year?
We had between about 1,000 over a period of 2 days. This time round, we're also inviting most of the schools around the Greater Port Dickson area as well as Malacca to participate, and most of them are coming. So we have got schools coming in.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've got groups of people, huge groups of people coming in as well.
Excellent, great news. But you know what, for the viewers, if you want to find out more information, you can log on to the website. It's www.raptorwatch.org, or you can call the number. It's 0322871176 for more information.
Or you can email them at events@mns.org.my. Now, I believe you're still looking for, or you're still open for receiving volunteers and sponsors
that's right.
too, right?
Volunteers, well, I think it's always, we get a lot of good response for volunteers. We still, of course, the most important thing is we want you to come and visit us. We're still looking for people who would like to sponsor the event or be a part of it. So just give us a call and see how you can make a difference.
Once again, the number 0322871176. And well, thank you very much, Alina and Biching. All the best for the Raptor Watch Week.
Thank you.
All the best. Thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing that with us. I do hope that a lot of Malaysians will spend time, especially if you have family and you have your kids, bring them out. This will be a great way to expose them to nature, especially if this is the first time, because honestly, our kids spend too much time indoors.
Yeah. Virtual trees are not trees.
No, they're not. They're not. Anyway, it's time for Hanson and I to take a quick break, and we'll be back to quickly wrap up the show. So don't go anywhere.